Another nice layer of ground fog over all that. But there is not a cloud in the sky. Heavy dew though. You know it's a heavy dew when you can see where all the boards are on the other side of that tin. And the fact that there's wet spots next to everything that's parked out here. I wanted to show you something. Any of you remember last year I was going to try to fix this little issue with the rake, and then realized how it was made. It wasn't going to work the way I thought it was to fix it. I got my pointer out this morning. This piece right here. It raises and lowers. What we lost when it broke, that screw broke off the bottom of that red piece there. So screw gone, spring gone, and on that one, since it was tweaked, I had a spacer between the base and the screw, so that's all gone. I mean, at least we have the handle piece because it's still on there. At any rate, the other end of this is supposed to look just like that. Should be on that same, oh wait, should be this angle, not that angle. I haven't looked in the tube yet this year. It's hard to see on the camera. You're right, it's not round on this edge. So last year I could see a twist in a tube. I don't remember if I just see good into there or what, but like any pipe, there's a seam in it. See the seam right there. And I remember looking down it probably with a flashlight, and that seam didn't go where it should have gone. But yeah, should be. And I remember last year I was playing with it. The reason there's a different color red paint is because I took a hole saw. Figured I'd just cut the weld off there and slide this off until I pulled my head out of my ass. And I went, well, son of a bitch. That's welded all the way around. So that piece was put on first. Then they slid this on and welded it to it. Yeah. Is it going to be able to come apart one way or the other? How am I going to do it? I don't know yet. If I can get it in a position where I can do it, maybe cut these welds all out, get that piece out of the way. Then I can do like I was doing before. I can go ahead and see if I can burn up another hole saw and try to cut this one off. Then I can cut this off so I can get to this one. Oops. And do the same thing. And then hopefully get that tube pulled out. Because being distorted, it may not come out. And I'm pretty sure you can't buy any parts for what's inside there, because they sell that as a unit. Which would mean all of this, not that, all this. Yeah, that was close. You gotta watch out for these. I almost ran into that. So anyway, I thought I'd say that this morning. And oh, come on, the orb is there. That's not too bad of a silhouette. That's more than enough gabbing. Well, the ground fog was thickest right in here. I just checked right over there. We're 25 to 35%. So, just going to give it a couple hours and then come up and rake it. leave that corner over there and make a windrow here and then rake it out into the sun and see what it does. Hopefully get it done today and we're done with it, because we got to start getting everything cleaned up and that takes a while. I want to get that done and get the duals and weights on the back of the International so we can start disking. I don't know how much we're going to disc, but we got a little bit to do. At least that last place we took big bales off of, and we get that disked up, maybe the gophers won't have anything to eat. They'll either croak or move on, one or the other. And you know this was a shitty cutting job, but there's a lot of new growth in here the last couple of days. Yesterday being cooler and having some ground fog on it for a couple of days seemed to perk it up. I'm kind of surprised to see how much new growth there is, but anyway, hopefully we'll get her done today. Well, I'm making my third windrow. It's taken 6 or 8 to make one. Not real even. That one's kind of petering out right there. So behind me, I've shifted over a couple rows to try to keep it from being too heavy over there. Make an extra pass here. Make it a little better. A couple of those over there are kind of heavier than I like to have them, especially when you compare to there. But they better be able to go in a bale today. Even when it was in the shade over there, I ended up rolling it back in the shade a little bit. I didn't want to, but I kind of ran out of, I didn't want to make the windrow any bigger than it was. And that was the only way I was going to get it farther out of the shade. And I got to look at it, it's like, it might be part of a bale or two. A little bit, if it's a little tough, ain't that big a deal. But, I don't know, we'll make 4 windrows and maybe a pass down the middle out of this, I don't know. And I gotta go back into the corners, because there's other dollies like this one. Hopefully you can see that. But they hook onto the 2-point and have a cylinder and a steering rod. They do it hydraulically. That way, when you move the lever to swing it, wherever it's swung to, it's going to stay in line with the other rig there. I've actually got it drawn in just a little bit because it was trying to miss some in a couple of spots. Well, that was interesting. Our 2-speed just kicked out. Never had that happen before. So, anyway, but when they turn, the dolly turns with the tractor. Just keeps the second rake in line so it doesn't miss any. And we don't have that. I used to do it by hand once in a while, but we go back and do the corners anyway, so the heck with it. And yeah, I know, it's a bumpy ride. Probably a little rougher in this one than the case. I think this one's a little shorter wheelbase. And now kind of figure out where I'm gonna split this, because I said I don't want these windrows too freaking heavy. I can make another round, I guess. I'm going to anyway. It's just a matter if I roll 2 windrows back out into it, or if I don't do any and just push the whole thing back out. Yeah, we're getting some dust knocked off of it anyway, right? Pretty colored, kind of bluish green. Seems like second cut comes out that way if you can get it around here. It's lost too much color laying here. Heavy dew and 3 days of ground fog. This morning there was about 10 feet of fog over the whole thing. But hey, it is what it is. It's gonna make feed. More than we had. Well, the 2 bales over there that were in the banner, the one to the right has 1 flake out of that field. And White windrows, it's hard to make a good bale. I think she rebaled about 6 when she's done with that one there. It's soft to pick up, and I got my doubts about this one up here. So I don't even know if I want to try to pick it up by the looks of it. Yeah, not much I can do about that. But I'm saving those other two for last because they're going to get fed to that cow that's still in the barn. And I don't know. I think that one will break on the way in. I'll find out here in a minute. I'm going to pick this one up first, then go back. Well, I was able to pick that other bale up over there from the other direction. Pretty sure if I'd have gone the same direction she was going, it would have just blew up. And there's the two blonde ones. I'm just carrying that one right there because if I put it down there, it's in the way of the pickup. I mean, it'll still come up, but it's a pain. And this way, if she can get that one off, I can just shoot that one right in there. Or I might be able to shoot that one over the top of the other. It's just easier taking them off. And we were going to go ahead and let part of the cows up in here today, but like Ty said, Dino's group's already mostly in the barn, so heck with it. We'll do it in the morning. We'll let everybody up here. Then they can walk the fence together. We'll get these things in and let those girls go back to the barn. When I came out, they were all headed that way, all lined up around the bottom of the hill here. But there you go. There's your more cow shots for the day. If I got any earlier or not, I think that was yesterday. I don't know. Days blend together. We got a brave one down here though. I tied twine on that top one so the calves wouldn't run through it when it was closed because they're so used to going through there. There she is licking on the twine. Oh well. We got about a third this year off those two pieces on second cut than we got last year. Which is about what I was guessing. You know, Dino's group was on there longer. We cut first cutting a month later. Everything was kind of stacked against it, so you know, it is what it is. And it is pretty much the end of the day. The sun's up there somewhere, but it's going on 5 o'clock and 90 degrees, and last I saw it was over 50% humidity. So I'm just feeling wonderful in this freaking hot box. It was raining in the Massey by the time I got done. And I'm probably going to have to wait for her because she's going to back in. That's how God, she's making a lot of dust. I don't want to get all dusty. I'm so wet right now, I'd just be a mud ball. Anyway, everybody, I was going to make you guess how many bales were off there. But, nah. I'll just tell you. Last year we got 156 off both fields, which is just shy of 2 full loads. This year, there are 5 sets up. 4 have 10 bales, 1 has 9 bales because of the tie tier. And we got these 2, so 51 bales. Can't get too much closer to a third than that. It is what it is. Thanks for watching.